You want to describe the exact things they want, the exact problems they have, the exact hesitations, frustrations in the exact words that they use to describe it themselves, because that creates resonance. That makes them feel like they're understood and they're meant to be purchasing from your brand because it was made for them, and a really good review you should look for. These are probably one of the best ones is reviews that kind of describe a hesitation. Like, for example, I thought it was really expensive, but then I bought it and I was happy I did because it's worth it. Or I was skeptical about whether it would work, but then I bought it and it did work really well, so they will tell you what their key hesitation is, what almost stopped them from buying, and what would stop lots of other people from buying. And then A/B test and learning. So obviously, if you don't see around the fast and you have some A/B test and learnings, then put them in there. What customers say they're happiest about after purchase. So this is one for the reviews and Instagram comments and stuff like that. And now pre-purchase objections and questions. So like these are really important. So what questions do people ask through the customer service and support tickets? What comments do you see getting dropped on Instagram? What Instagram DMs do you get and stuff like that? And what beliefs or misconceptions do people have about your category that you have to reframe? Then your dream outcomes, emotional motivations, problem, solution fit. So like what problem does your product solve? What have customers tried before that didn't work? And then your competitive edge. So this is kind of like your unique mechanism. So what do you do differently to other competitors, because like if you're like most brands, you're competing in a crowded market where there's lots of people who sell the same thing that you sell. So why should people buy it from you and not someone else? Then your offer mechanics. So like this is really important. Guarantees, risk reversals. Also just the structure of your offer, so if you're doing like buy two, get one free, buy three, get two, stuff like that. But yeah, you want to spend as much time as you possibly can doing the research at this stage because it's the most important part. And then ultimately what we want to end up with is a structured output where we have just a small amount of short punchy sentences that directly links to a piece of research, and we know it's something the customer genuinely cares about. So we want 5 dream outcome statements, 5 problem solved, 5 emotional payoffs, before and after contrasts, so like from X painful state to Y desired state. Why are the solutions failed? Objection killers, trust builders, credibility. You get the point. All of this kind of stuff. Okay, so yeah, spend a lot of time on that at first. That is like the most important part, is getting the copyright, okay?